Alright, this is just another video again for my references later on. If I decide to, maybe make more of these, at least I have some reference to what I've done already, so that I don't necessarily have to, reinvent the wheel, as they say. This is how it looks so far. This is the Logan's Run follower that's been 3D printed. Of course, it hasn't been painted or prepped or anything like that. It's just basically straight off the printer as you see it here. Obviously, eventually this little bar here will be a functioning switch, either one side or the other. So if I hold it in my right hand or my left hand, it could actually be used to activate the electronics in the head part here. And again, we saw that earlier. Basically, the tip here, the head of the follower, is normally the scanner. This would actually glow, light up in some fashion when this button would be pushed. So basically, they would push the button, go into the scan mode, and then when they want to identify the runner or make some communication with the computer, they can basically press the button here. And that would light the screen here. So basically, eventually this button will light a back screen backlit here, which will be a little graphic on here, and this upper button will make the top part glow in some fashion. What I might end up doing is embedding the lights straight into the top part here, so that it actually glows, and then when I go to remove it, it will actually bring the lights with it. The lights will be installed in the head here, the top part, and the two magnets on either side here and here will be the electrical contact. So basically, when it's ready to be put back together or put into service, the power will be fed to the two magnets, which will then feed the lights in the upper part here. But that, again, that's the thinking so far, what I want to do. So there will be white LEDs located here, and then obviously with this removed, there'd be no wiring or no visible lights at all. But the idea is, once you've removed that, then it goes into service, and again, when you press the button here, it'll make the spark. Okay, so that's sort of the intent, that when the button is pushed here, you can do it right or left hand, just like that. And then of course, when you go to reattach it to your belt, you stick that back on, it then will go back to be a functioning light. Another thing is, I didn't want to put that piece of Velcro that's supposedly around the front to connect to the belt, because I've seen that the basic follower, or most of the followers, are actually face in when worn on the belt. So I didn't want to go with any kind of visible Velcro, that would look kind of tacky. So I wanted to come up with a way to connect it to the belt without that. This will be a backlit screen. It's already kind of got a red LED back there, but it will be backlit white with some sort of maybe a clear transparency with some kind of graphic on there. But the way this works is, the screen is actually collapsible, a little bit collapsible, and this is my bracket. This will be worn on the belt, so basically when they go to put it away, it actually collapses into the screen and will lock it like that. So that way they can walk around, and then when they're ready to use the follower, they just kind of give it a tilt and lift like that, and it comes off. So that way there's no Velcro, it holds pretty good. So again, this is worn on the belt with the hook facing kind of outward, and when you go to put the follower away, you just kind of clamp it in like that, and basically that holds it in place. So that's my current way I'm going to actually mount my follower, is essentially through the screen. It's a collapsible screen. It's still going to be backlit, and again, when ready to use, you just pull it off like that. You go into the scan mode or the attack, whatever. If you have to defend yourself, I've got the little push button right here temporarily, because that will eventually be located here at some point. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. These are the latest changes to the follower. But that's it so far. So I think it's coming along pretty good, pretty nice. And again, once it's all cleaned up and painted, it should be a really nice prop. All right, thank you for looking.